What is it about this universe? Sometimes it feels like this amazing, wonderful place, a playground, a paradise, a hall of wonders. Everything is just so amazing and unbelievable. It's unbelievable that any of this exists at all, and why is it the way it is? Why is there so much out there? Why is the world so big? Why are there all these things going on? So many mysteries and wonders. You start to learn about them as a child, but they're still there to learn. There's always more to learn about what is out there and inside as well. There's just always more to learn, and there's always more to see that is really wonderful. But then sometimes, on the other hand, the world can appear to be a nightmare, appears to be some kind of pit of hell where life is built on suffering, pain, horror. We can become mesmerized by the horror that is available to see in the world all around. We can start to feel like, why is there so much wrong in the world? Why are things so bad? If this is supposed to be some kind of a wonderful playground of paradise, then why is there so much cruelty and so many evil things going on? And even without direct evil intentions, just the amount of suffering that's going on, sometimes seeming completely pointless. Apparently pointless suffering all around us. And then this same universe can just appear to be a giant torture chamber. And then there's the times when the universe just appears to be just kind of pointless. Sometimes it seems like it's just like a hole. Sometimes it's like I lose my perspective on even seeing this whole big universe overall. And my perspective just narrows down to my current day, my current situation, my feelings about myself. And the universe feels like this very limited place. It feels like I found the edges of my life. I found the limits to what's possible for me, and it's a very small container that I am in. And even if I can imagine other people that, maybe others have a different situation where they can have other kinds of lives, maybe wonderful lives, experience joy and all that. But sometimes it just feels like I'm stuck within this particular experience, this little corner of the universe that's my box. And so effectively my universe becomes a hole, a rather boring hole in the ground. And that's about it. So in all these cases, it's all the same universe. And I think in some ways, all of these perspectives are true, because it is a vast universe full of wonderful and amazing things. There's no doubt about that. Even if we're not amazed by them in the moment, they're still there. And the world is also a nightmare of suffering as well. Even if we're not feeling it at the moment, there's always great evil and suffering going on. There's no shortage. And there is a limitation that we have, being our perspective of the world, of the universe. We always have this kind of narrowness that's part of our particular experience of the world, that we're just one little piece. So even if we happen to be feeling this grand universal feeling, we are still that one piece, and we still have a limitation to our perspective. So all these views are going on all the time. And I find it helpful to think about that, to think that they're always there, and if I may be feeling one or the other on a certain day at a certain time, but that doesn't mean the others have disappeared. If I'm having a good day, there's plenty of bad days going around too. And if I'm having a bad day, there's plenty of good days to go around as well, and they're available to be had again sometime. So as much as I can, I like to always remember the wonderful side of the world, not necessarily always pleasant, but it seems interesting. There's always something going on, and even if we're not focusing on it at the moment, it's there waiting to be discovered. And I find that this thought helps me to continue to see the universe as a very interesting place to be.